Hi everyone, good morning and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to host successful events in 2026, and this can be done even if you've never hosted an event in your life, if you've never attracted any form of sponsor in your life, right? And at the end of this video, I'm going to also show you how you can get access to my bucket list of resources. I have created a resources worth over $259, and you can access it immediately. Now, I want to speak to a version of you that knows you are meant to create something bigger, right? Because deep down, many of us have dreams that require rooms, communities, gatherings, conversation, conferences, but fear, confusion, or lack has kept us stuck, right? Now, 2026 is that year that you not just attend events, but you start hosting your own event. Now, let's talk about how to do this. Now, let's start with why most events fail. Now, across the world, I've discovered in my 6-7 years of hosting events that people don't lack ideas, right? Most people don't lack ideas. What they lack is clarity, structure, a system, and the right partnership. Now, these are the reasons events fail, and I'm going to outline them here. First is planning starts late. This is one major challenge a lot of people have. They start late. The budgets are not clear, so the execution becomes very clumsy. Teams are disorganized, and without a good structured executionable team, it's going to be a problem hosting a major event. Sponsorship is approached wrongly. Right, I'll talk about that as we keep going forward. No marketing structure. There's no marketing structure. Event day execution collapses. What this means is that the team is not structured enough to be able to execute on the event day, and the follow-up is zero. Right now, the truth is these issues are very relatable, but one thing I identified is the fact that the problem is not the idea, right? It's the structure behind the idea, right? Now let's talk about 4 foundations of hosting a successful event. Now we've identified what the problem is, why most events fail, but I'm going to share with you 4 foundations of hosting successful event. Now if you can master these 4 things, you can host any event in 2026 successfully. Now the first is event positioning, event blueprint. Now this is where you ask questions like, what exactly is my event about? You define your objective, you define your vision, you find the theme of the event, and you can be able to define what would characterize this event, right? The next is, who is it for? Who is this event for? Who are the target audience that should be in the room, right, during this event? Now, what transformation would they experience? This is very important to note. If they come to that event, when they leave, what exactly are they going home with? What can you realistically afford as well, right? I'm a big fan of being realistic. Although I know I can stretch, I'm also very, very, very interested in stretching. But one thing I always say is, what you have to identify where you are and what you can do. Most events fail because the host tries to scale when they haven't defined their structure, right? The second, and one of the most important, is the team and the workflow setup. Now, every event, even a small event, needs operations, programs, media and marketing, partnerships, guests and speakers management. Now, if you have I've noticed that a lot of you try to handle all of this on your own. The truth is that you break down because it's so much to handle. You need a team to handle all of this, right? And if you break down, your event will most likely not be successful. Now, the third is partnership, sponsorship, and speakers. Now, this is where many people struggle because they approach it wrongly. I'm going to say this, and I am not apologetic about it, and I have identified it in my years of hosting events that brands don't sponsor events. They don't just sponsor events because it's an event. What they sponsor is opportunity. They sponsor opportunities. They sponsor alignment. They sponsor visibility and impact. These are the 4 major cardinals that a brand look out for when they're about to sponsor an event. Now, if you can define your event to paint this picture to a brand, the likelihood of sponsorship is high. Now, also speakers, they also attend events based on alignment. How aligned is this event to their personal vision? Does it bring visibility to them as well? Does it also create some level of professionalism to the work they already do? And does it position them rightly to attract more speaking gigs to their existing speaking? So if you show them that you are serious, there's a likelihood to get them on board as well. Now, marketing and launch system. Now, you can't your event can be powerful, but if nobody hears about it, nobody will attend. This is very, very important. Your event can be powerful, but if nobody hears about it, So your marketing is a mix of a lot of things: like messaging, your content calendar, your partnership, your teasers, your social proof. All of these are a combination to make your marketing communication very effective, right? And all your goal in your event hosting should be, how do I fill that room up? How do I get people to attend that event? Now, these are the 4 areas that I have identified that has limited a lot of people, and this is exactly areas I know we're going to deepen in. We're going to build system and structure, right? I know a lot of you have been struggling, and I tell you, most of you are struggling not because you are not good. A lot of you have quite a lot of information, knowledge, ideas about hosting events, but because nobody has taught you this system, right? And the truth is, you cannot execute what you don't know. That's the truth. It's only what you know you can execute. So the truth is, you can actually host all of these events, conferences, but you need the right structure to do it well. And that's exactly why we have decided, right, to host. We have 4. So, for those who have been following up, we have 4 speakers that we are currently pre-recording their sections, and we're going to be sharing that section to everyone who is going to be part of our wait list, right? But I've discovered something that is very important, is that clarity is not the same as execution, right? The truth is that events is not powered by information alone. Event is powered by structures, templates, accountability, and guided implementation. That's exactly what powers events, right? And I even identified some common mistakes that most people new to events face. These are very common mistakes I have identified, I have seen over and over again, that has limited a lot of people from hosting successful events. The first is, they don't know how to convert their vision into relatable concepts that can attract the right sponsor and partners to the event. The second is, they don't know how to create a compelling event brochure. This is important. The third is, they don't know how to find the right sponsor. And when they find them, they don't know how to engage with them to get a yes. It's a different ballgame entirely. Finding the right sponsor and getting the sponsor to say a yes to them is a different ballgame, and most of you struggle with that as well. Most don't know how to design an event pitch deck, which is like the basic, right? Now, they don't also know how to attract top leaders and speakers to their events. How do they create a compelling compensation for their speakers? It's a common problem I see a lot of people face. Now, how do they attract skilled people, and how to set up an efficient team? Another problem I see they face as well is that they don't know how to build the buzz for their event, leveraging partnership, strategic collaboration, and amplifying their impact. They don't know how to do this. And overall, most don't know how to execute events that exceed the expectations of their sponsors, their partners, and even their own expectations. Now, when I started, I'll be honest with you, I was also confused. When I started hosting an event, I was also confused. But I got help from those around me and ended up having one of the most successful first-time events. And you too can also do that. Now, I remember when I closed our first 1 million naira sponsor. I remember when I closed our first 10 million naira sponsor, and I felt it, right? It felt so good, right? And that's exactly how you should also feel. But now that's why we have put together a 2 weeks intensive training, right? Hosting successful events in 2026. Now, everything I briefly shared to you, right? Everything I briefly shared to you, we are going to go deep into it in February 2026. And yes, it's accessible. All you need to do is to join our paid waitlist, and you'll be the first to know once we go live. Now, let me tell you who this is for. Now, this is for you if you have an idea, but you don't know how to begin. Right? This is for you. Now, if you've also hosted events before, but you want to do it in a more professional and structured way, then this is also for you. Now, if you want to build partnership, you want to fund your events, then this is also for you. A lot of you have hosted multiple events before now, but then you've not known how to build the right partners, the right sponsors to get your event funded. Now, if you want to also reduce the stress and have an event you'll be proud of, then this is also for you as well. Now, if you want to scale your event into a brand, a lot of you host events one time, but you don't know how to position your event into a brand and not a one-time program. This is for you. What exactly are you going to be getting from this? And the first is the same 4 cardinals I mentioned: the event blueprint and positioning. Will define the type of event, your type of event, structure, audience, pricing, budget, impact, and promise, right? All of these are going to be defined, right? We're going to also get your team and workflow set up and running. You'll get a done for you team structure, department tags, message templates, and check-in schedules, right? You also know how to craft proposals and also create a structured outreach system, right? And then we'll also give you 15 brands that you can contact immediately to start your sponsorship process. And then for marketing and launch, you're going to give you a step-by-step marketing calendar, launch messaging, right? You know how to structure your ticket sales and all of that. These are things you're going to learn during these 2 weeks of intensive training, right? Now, I will also give you, now, the moment you join our waitlist, you're going to get all of this. Now, the moment you join our waitlist, you're going to get all the resources you need, but then the training is going to happen. So the resources will be available to you, but the training will happen in February, right? So you can start planning with these resources immediately. So you're going to get in my full event execution toolkit, editable 15 sponsorship proposal template, and the very one we used in raising our sponsor. All right, you would get this template. This template, right, you may not need 15 of them, but will give you an insight on how you can position yours. You also get a list of 240 companies across Africa interested in sponsoring events, webinars, conferences, right? You also get our event budgeting spreadsheet. Now we have the Nigerian market cost range that we've outlined on it, so you can also edit it. It's editable, right? You also have a pitch and follow-up message script. Now this script will help you to properly pitch and follow up your contact, your sponsors, your speakers, right? You also have a speakers invitation template as well, which is very, very necessary, right? You also have a marketing calendar, a ready to use copy and use marketing calendar you can implement immediately. Now you also get a program management an operational tool to help manage your speakers, your sponsors, your team, your vendors, etc., all in one place. We use it to manage all our activities, and it has been so helpful, and I'm going to be sharing that to you as well. Now I'll also teach you how to use AI to create an event website in less than 24 hours. So one of the sponsors we had mentioned that one of the reasons why they actually sponsored us was because our website was so detailed, right? You can also create such detailed website as well. And we have partnered with a platform called Workroomly, where you can get 1 million naira credit for your team and to host your virtual AMA sections for free, right? So you get all of this from us. Now let me share with you some feedbacks we got from our sponsors to show you that we didn't just host events, we actually held an impactful event. So look at this from BizMedics. We have said, you guys are doing an amazing, fantastic job. Your system is so well structured and your process is very well organized. We are highly honored partnering with you and learning from you. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much. This is from Kenneth Gay LLC, right? So he said, you guys did a brilliant job and your follow-up approach is amazing. Well done and cheers to more conferences. This is from a sponsor, and I'm really excited about it. So we are happy that we sponsor the conference this year. The ASA team have tried to deliver value for us, even in challenging circumstances, and we have been impressed with the attitude and ability to get things done, right? We also have more feedback from our speakers. This was a speaker, the COO of Clan, said it was a true honor to be a speaker at the Africa SME Assembly 2025. The conference was an incredible experience. I'm still buzzing with the energy and insight shared. It's a fantastic feeling to be part of the community so dedicated to the growth of development in African SMEs. Claire from the economic officer of the French embassy also spoke. She spoke at our event this year. Said, I had a chance to speak at the Africa SME Assembly. It gave me the space to share what I believe can help entrepreneurs and SMEs grow stronger. Speaking on stage reminded me of something simple. Growth is not just about ambition. It's also about strength of working together. There are also other feedback from attendees. This person said, I was impressed by the diverse range of speakers and panelists who shared valuable insight and expertise on topics such as access to finance, digital transformation, and market access, right? Said the networking opportunity, we are also excellent, and this is beautiful, right? These are feedbacks we got. So this person said, attending the Africa SME Assembly was an insightful and impactful experience. The sections provided valuable perspective on innovation, business growth, and collaboration opportunities across Africa. These are the impact. This is from real people, and these feedbacks are verifiable, right? Now, moving on, one very vital thing you also get being a part of this community, especially during the sections, is that you get 3 weeks of accountability and support. So you're not going to just host the event alone. You have implementation calls, task reminders, progress reviews, strategy adjustments based on your events. We're going to be having that conversation during the training. But this is going to happen for 3 weeks. So even when the training is over, we're going to still be present with you to ensure you have all of this sorted out. Now, this program is focused on execution, not just information. So one of the major goals for us is that everyone who signs up, who is part of it, is going to host an event in 2026. Is going to be doing something substantial in 2026, right? Not just ordinary, but with strategy, with confidence, with partnership support, and less stress. And this is for you, right? If you you figure that you want to go this route in 2026. Now, when you join the waitlist, and the waitlist is for $5, you receive instantly the full event execution toolkit worth over $259. Now, again, this is a summary of what you'll be getting: a sponsorship template, 240 verified African companies that sponsor events, an event budget spreadsheet, an outreach or pitch deck scripts, speakers invitation templates, marketing calendars, program management tools. You're going to get an AI-powered event website builder, which will help you build your website in less than 24 hours. And you're also going to get over 1 million naira credit from Workroomly this is going to help you manage all your event. Now, after the extensive 2 weeks of training, this is what you have. You have your event blueprint, your sponsorship map, your partnership proposal document. You have a working marketing launch plan, and also a team structure, something you can just plug and play, right? Again, this is possible. You can host successful events, and now it's time for you to take action. You go down. Oh, this is just scattered. So if you're hosting something next year, a conference, a retreat, meetup, you believe you don't need to start in March. You don't need to start. You don't need to start alone. You don't need to also start with pressure. Join our waitlist, be a part of our community, and when we train in February for 2 weeks, you're going to go through that extensive training process with us, and you're going to have the right community, the right resources needed to host your event. And listen, the moment you join our waitlist, you immediately get access to all our resources. So if you say, I don't want to join this section in February, it's okay. You can leverage these resources and start building your momentum at this early stage. So visit www.africasmeassembly.org/waitlist and be a part of this now. The link will be posted somewhere on the group. I want you to host a successful event next year, and I'm willing to be a part of it to ensure that happens. Again, this is for those people who are willing to take action. So if you're willing to take action, go now and let us get this whole ball rolling. Thank you so much. I see you at the other end. Peace out.